All right, so I've been walking along this levee between these farms and the river, and this is obviously a major farming area. There's farms on either side of the levee, but obviously it floods up here. And then I come across several piles of this mess. And the best I can figure is that this is like a cheap hose that they put in the ground for irrigation purposes. And then when they harvest, they just, I guess, plow it all up into a pile. So I'll see pieces of this all over the place, but this is like the second big giant pile I've seen. This is actually small compared to the other one. And they just lay it right in like the rows. It looks to me like they go on one end and they just connect water to it. I'm not seeing, so like cheap soaker hose. Portugal grapes, wine. It goes on and on. Freshly plowed. I can see fertilizer, and I can smell something like bone meal or some kind of fertilizer. This side they haven't quite plowed up or done whatever they do. Well, it's a little tricky getting out of the city in the rain. Anytime there's construction, the signage goes down sometimes. But this is the Porto de Santiago, which is a a gate in the town's wall from, I don't know, maybe 1,000 years ago. And we're going downhill to the river, which yesterday I climbed all the way up here. You can see the walls from the city, like a castle, except it's just walls. And then I'm heading down to the river that's down there. I don't know if you can see it or not. Okay, back to the fields. And obviously there's still weather, although it has, knock on wood, stopped raining. The path is moist. It's not a desert. Right in front of me there's a footprint. That's the guy who's in front of me. I think he's about a half hour ahead of me. I saw him leave town. And then I'm and then I'm making my own footprints. My feet are dry. Miraculously, my toes are dry. I can feel them. But some hard traveling. Here we go. Okay. So my boots. Then my pilgrim from Germany shows up with his sandals. So we know the arrow. Not sure what the 7 is. There's numbers on these trees. That's a cork tree. They use the bark to make cork. I guess I'll look that up when I get. And there's trees all through this forest with numbers. There's also eucalyptus trees. Okay, so I made it to Golaga. That's the town, Golaga. I don't know what Golaga means. It means, well, it's the capital. The capital of the horse something. I have seen some horses. I don't know what Golaga means. Golaga probably means if you walk here, your feet are gonna be killing you. Or, well, let's hope it means something like, hey, you want a bowl of Golaga? That'd be good. You? Or how about you want a cold Golaga to go with that? Anyhow, my place is right up here somewhere on the right, go up the hill. I'm at the crossroads. There's my rucksack. There's my boots. I've been walking on the highway for the last 2 hours, and it was okay. Anyhow, here we go. Gonna go get some Golaga for dinner. Well, it's 6:30 in the morning and back on the road, trying to beat the rain. It's coming later today. Probably won't beat it, but I'll at least be in it less since I don't think it's going to rain this morning. I've noticed that there's deliveries of bread hanging on doorknobs. A little bag with a note on it and bread, and maybe a donut. I should have made that arrangement. I didn't. I'll be looking for breakfast this morning at some point. I assume the pizzeria is closed. And here's my first yellow arrow. Faint, but encouraging. So here we go, another day. Oh, another bag of bread. Half a dozen rolls. Fresh, probably. Here we go. That's where we were. And where we're going looks the same. Actually, it looks a little better water-wise. Yeah, it's too bad I didn't have a fishing pole, it looks like. Or canoe. Well, good morning. Here's where I stayed. It's about 7:15. Here's where I stayed last night. This beautiful old mansion house, I guess, that they're remodeling, and they built a place for pilgrims. So come in here and you can see that there's 6 bunk beds, 2, 4, 6. And then there's another side where there's more. Some showers, sink, and I was here by myself. In fact, the owners went home to town last night. Lock up, turn off the light when you're done. Laundry. So I got my things washed, which was nice. It was very much in need. There I am. And fireplace, lounge area, kitchen. Had breakfast this morning. This included breakfast. There's some stables around the side. There's a great room, like a, you know, where you could play pool and that kind of stuff, and sit and lounge in leather chairs. They're really gorgeous. And they can accommodate quite a few people, and it's beautiful. And hospitality is great. Price is great. And time to move on.